Welcome to This Side of 50, the podcast where men of all ages come to gain clarity, confidence, and direction. I'm Milton K. Smith, your host, a seasoned voice that's living, learning, and leveling up. I'm here to share with you knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that I've gained throughout the years. Each week, we'll tackle real-life challenges, share practical tools, and hopefully inspire you to keep going. If you're ready to gain clarity, confidence, and direction, then this is your podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever the time is that you're watching or listening rather to this podcast, thank you so much for joining with us. This is This Side of 50, as the intro said, and we're talking about life lessons I've learned from CrossFit. We're at the middle of the season. We're on episode number 5. So you've hung with me for 5 episodes, 5 weeks. Thank you so much. And I'm not going to hold you real long. We only talk for a few moments just to give you something to think about every episode, every week to hopefully help you grow, help you make some positive changes in your life. So I've been waiting for this particular episode. This is one of my favorites. All of them are my favorites, but this is the most funnest one I like, I guess. Did I make up a word, funnest? So it says that you have to jump on the box. You have to jump on the box. Anyone that's done CrossFit know exactly what I'm talking about. That's the box, the 22, the 30, and the 36. Depends on how you're going to turn that box on the floor there. So jumping on the box really means that you're going to have to sooner or later go ahead and do that thing. I have a few bruises on my legs, on my shins, where I've jumped and I have missed, and I had to keep going. I had to wipe the blood off my knees, or whatever the case may be, or endure the. I had a saying that when at that time I was around 225 pounds, that when 225 goes up, 225 comes down. And if 225 comes down and misses that box, it was not a good day. But you get up, you brush yourself off, and you continue that wide, and you finish strong. So you have to jump on the box. Growth requires jumping, not just watching. There's no fun in being on the sidelines if you're going to win. You cannot win standing or sitting on the sidelines. So if you want to grow, you're going to have to jump. In order for me to get better, in order for me to get to the 30-inch box, I had to first jump on the 22-inch box. And once I got to the 22 and felt comfortable, I went to the 30. Actually, I think I did 36 once or twice. I never really became a master of 36. A little bit older now, so when you jump up, that landing on your back will make you think about some things. But growth requires jumping, not just watching. Failure is feedback, not finality. You're not going to always win. You're not going to always succeed. You're not going to always land on the box, right? But you have to look at it as not a failure, right? It's not a failure. It's feedback. It's feedback. It's just letting you know what you have to work on. Working on your form, working on your follow through, working on your leg strength and your explosiveness. Failure is feedback, not finality. Simply meaning that if I fail, that's not the end. When I missed, it wasn't the end. When I was short or didn't land as smoothly as I wanted to land, it was not the end. Failure is feedback, not finality. And every bruise is a badge of persistence. All the scars, all the scratches, all the bumps that I have on my shin, on my knees, that lets me know that I was persistent, but I also have a success story that goes with that. And that's what bruises will do. Bruises will always be the reminder. There'll be the training, the certificates on your resume of life that although you failed maybe a few times, you missed the box, you scraped your knees, you had some bumps and some bruises, but they healed and you were successful. So every bruise that you have in your spirit, in your mind, in your body, in your thought process, is a badge of persistence because you stuck with it. You stood the test of time. And momentum increases each time you leap again. Every time you jump back up, you get a little bit stronger, you get a little more steady, your form gets better, your follow through gets better, that momentum carries you, that excitement, that enthusiasm, that motivation, I was going to say that motivation, that enthusiasm, right? That momentum increases each time you leap. So you go at it again and again. Sometimes we would do repetitive box jumps, just a whole wad of box jumps. You get better, you get more explosive, you learn where to stand, you learn how to jump with both feet, flat from the floor, how to pull those arms forward and just land and stand straight up. Land soft, not just land hard and send vibrations, reverberations through your body. Got to get that word out, tongue tied. Um, but you learn how to land soft and everything starts to work together because now you have a rhythm. You get a rhyme going. Don't let the fear of falling rob you of the joy of rising. Don't allow the fear of falling allow you or rob you rather of the joy of rising. I'm sorry. I was just looking at my script here and I was thinking at the same time that a lot of times, and we talked about this in one of our episodes, fear is what holds us back. Fear is what holds us back. We're so afraid of falling. We're so afraid of failing. We're so afraid of not being good at something. We're so afraid of not being the best that we just won't try. And that's not the attitude to have. If you want to succeed, if you want to be better, if you want to have more than what you have now, you cannot allow the fear of falling or the fear of failing rob you of the joy that you're going to have once you accomplish. There's a certain feeling you get when you think you can't jump on that 36-inch box or that 30-inch box or that 22-inch box or that 12-inch box. Doesn't matter. It's just being able to overcome an obstacle, overcome a challenge, doing more than what you did the day before, seeing that you have something else inside of you that you were not aware of, that you have that ability. And what you have to realize is sooner or later in life, no matter how old you are, what you're doing, and where you go, sooner or later you will have to jump up on the box. Everybody's box is going to be different. Everybody's box is going to be at a different place in life. Everybody's box will not be the same height, will not be the same width. But sooner or later, everyone that's listening to me, my brother and my sisters that are listening, you will have to jump up on the box. The only way to become better is to jump and keep jumping, regardless of how many times you miss. That's the only way to get better. If you miss, get up, jump again. Wipe yourself off. Take a break if you have to. Sit down, reassess in your mind. What did I do wrong? What can I do better? Was it how I was standing? Did I not follow through? Was I not committed? That's our first episode, right? Was I not committed to the challenge? Did I already psych myself out? Did I think myself out of this jump? Did I think myself out of this accomplishment? Did I let fear lead the conversation? Was I jumping in fear or jumping in confidence? Did I lose my courage on the way up? How am I landing? Am I landing like I'm supposed to? Where's my vision? Am I seeing myself on the box or am I looking down at the ground? All those things come into play that you have to sooner or later jump on the box, and the only way you're going to become better is to jump and keep jumping. Write that down, make a mental note, put it as a screensaver on your phone or something, right? Jump and keep jumping regardless of the misses. This is this side of 50. I say this part right here so you can like, share, and subscribe this podcast, and then send it to someone that you know that can use this, that can be motivated by this. So, talking points. What are our talking points for today? Of course, we talk about health, finances, relationships, career, and behavior. How does this apply? Jumping on the box. Well, here's number one. Number one here. Fear fades after the first leap. You just got to move. Fear fades after the first leap. You have to move. You just have to move. Fear fades after the first leap. You just have to move. When it comes to your health, you're going to have to take that jump to get better. You're going to have to take that jump to say that I can do this, that I want this, that I'm going to be able to accomplish this. You're going to have to take that leap, right? You're going to have to take that jump. That's number one. And when it comes to your health, that's most important, right? You got to do that. And then with your finances, you got to take a smart leap. Start that investment. Or my favorite, we call it in the neighborhood a side hustle. But become an entrepreneur. There's something that everyone listening to me that you can do, that can earn you $10. That's what they told me when I was growing up. Everybody has some kind of gift, some kind of hustle, some kind of inborn talent that if you needed to make $10 legally, you can make that $10. So start that investment or that side hustle. When it comes to your finances, start saving. Look into IRAs and 401ks and annuities and stocks and bonds and cryptocurrency. Take that leap. Get the information that you need. Don't just sit there and be afraid. Start jumping. And if you miss, okay, realign yourself, reset, and jump again. When it comes to relationship, you have to be willing to risk openness. Love can't grow behind walls. You're going to have to be open. You're going to have to take that jump. I know you might have been hurt before. You might have been betrayed before, cheated on, deceived. All those things happen. Unfortunately, that's part of relationships. But you cannot stop. You cannot back down. You cannot stop jumping. You cannot stop trying. You're going to have to be open. You can't shut the door on everything because of what someone else or that one particular person has done, my brother. You have to risk openness and you have to make that jump. And when it comes to your career, the same thing. Promotion comes after you jump into discomfort. You're going to always run the risk of being promoted to your level of incompetence, right? That you're going to always realize that when you get promoted, you'll get promoted to an area that you may not have the best skill set at the time to be comfortable as you want to be. But that's why you're there. You took the jump and you took the leap and you landed. Now you have the opportunity as you're working to grow and become better. Don't let the fear of failure at the next level stop you from getting there. Don't let the fear of not knowing something or having to ask for help cause you not to jump, right? So you have to jump. You have to leap. Go after the promotion. Go after that business that you want to start. Go after that thing. Go after it. Jump. It's going to cause some discomfort, but you'll be able to handle it. And then we apply it to our behavior. Growth demands action. Growth demands action. Jump even if you bruise. Jump even if it hurts you. When I was in CrossFit, one of the things I was always aware of, cognizant of, that when I jumped, if I had did back squats or something like that, that jumping always created a little discomfort in my lower back because those muscles were kind of working the same muscles in the back squat that you do when you land on the box, right? And the shock to your body from landing on that box. Remember, at that time I was 225, so there was a lot of weight coming down on that wooden box, and it would oftentimes cause some shock waves to run through my back. That was that level of bruising or that type of bruising. Not just when you miss, and oftentimes I would miss because my toes would land. And I didn't see myself and my mind landing on the box. I just saw myself going up in the air. So I had to change my focus, change my vision, and see myself landing square center on that box, and bringing my feet there, seeing me lifting, throwing my arms in the air in an upward fashion to propel my body up, and then landing full foot, hip width landing softly and gently, and then taking some of that pressure off of my back. So I had to learn all those things. To learn those things. Growth demands action. You have to jump even if you bruise. You're never going to grow if you stand there and you talk about how it's going to hurt and what if I miss and I'm not able to do this. There's no one else can jump on the box for you. No one else can jump on the box for you. What I also incorporated into my routine at the time is that I would do step ups. Sometimes you may not be able to jump up on the box. You're going to have to take a step, just step up on the box. That's perfectly okay. Keep stepping until you can jump. Step ups, one at a time. Switch, alternate legs. You're still getting to the top of the box. It may take you longer. It may not be as fantastic and spectacular as jumping, but keep moving, keep trying, keep stepping up on that box, keep getting higher and higher, going higher and higher in your life, and you will eventually, if you stay consistent, if you stay motivated, if you commit to the challenge, if you overcome your fear, if you develop and increase your flexibility, because that's one big part of having that flexibility, that range of motion, that you can propel your body, you can move that forward, upward momentum, pulling all that energy up and bringing those legs up, bringing those knees up, and expanding, contracting, expanding your body. That's all part of the process, right? And growth demands an action. If you keep doing that, over time, you're going to see that you're able to jump on the 22-inch, the 24-inch, the 30-inch, the 36-inch. And like some of my partners in CrossFit, they would add, 45-pound weights to it, and they would jump even higher than the 36-inch. You can do it. You can master it. But you have to say to yourself, you have to determine in yourself that you're going to jump on the box. And sooner or later, if you're going to grow, if you're going to get higher, if you're going to go higher, you have to jump on that box. So don't let the fear of falling rob you of the joy of rising. Don't let the fear of missing cause you to miss out on the view that's at the top of the box. Often I would jump on the box and just stand and look around, and I would just congratulate myself that I was able to jump on this box however many times it was required. Well, that's all my time for today. Hopefully, this episode has been of value to you as well. We're going to see you in the next episode. We're halfway through the season. Thank you for sticking with me. I'll talk to you later. This side of 50. Bye. Well, that's all for today on This Side of 50. If you found value in today's episode, make sure to subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a review. Connect with us on social media for updates, tips, and inspiration between episodes. Remember, keep living, keep learning, keep leveling up, and most of all, don't settle. And I'll see you in the next episode.